Hi children, I'm your Bernie Miss. Today in this video, we are going to see the continuation of acid, bases and salts of 9th standard unit 14. The properties of bases. You have 14.2.2. So what are the properties of bases? We're going to study about it in this video. Okay, come on children, come along with me. Let us start. The first point is they have bitter taste. You can see the first point, isn't it? They have bitter taste. Kasapu suvai. Their aqueous solution, second point. Their aqueous solutions have soapy touch. இது நீரில் கரைக்கும் போது நீரோட சேர்ந்த aqua means water. So along with water, this solution, base solution will be soapy to touch. சோப்பின்னு என்ன சோப் போல் இருக்கும். சோப்பை டச் பண்ண எப்படி இருக்கும், வழவழப்பாக இருக்கும் இல்லையா. ஸோ இட் பி சோப்பி டு டச். ஓகே, தென் தே டர்ன் ரெட் லிட்மஸ் ப்ளூ. ரெட் லிட்மஸ் பேப்பரை என்னவா மாற்றோம், ப்ளூவாக மாற்றோம். There are two types of litmus papers. You have the red litmus and the blue litmus. I'll show you what it is. Okay, so we have already seen about this. The litmus paper. What are litmus papers, children? They are, with the change in color. Color மாறி தமிழில் நிறங்காட்டிகள். தமிழில் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, நிறம் காட்டிகள். என்ன சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல, என்ன சொல்லுவோம், நிறம் காட்டிகள். ஓகே, ஸோ லிட்மஸ் தாள் ஒரு நிறம் காட்டி. நிறத்தை மாற்றி இது ஒரு பேஸா இல்லை ஒரு ஆசிடான்றதை நமக்கு காண்பித்து கொடுத்துவிடும். ஓகே, இட் வில் ஷோ வெதர் இஸ் an acid or a base. Okay, there are two types of litmus papers and one set is red will be red in color and the other one will be blue in color. Okay, so I'll just show you this picture, children. See here, can you see there are two trays here. இந்த ட்ரேயில் என்ன வச்சுருக்காங்க, ஒரு சைடில் என்ன வச்சுருக்காங்க, யூ ஹேவ் தி ரெட் லிட்மஸ். தீஸ் ஆர் கால்ட் அஸ் ரெட் லிட்மஸ். ஸ்ட்ரிப்ஸ் மாதிரி இருக்கும், பேப்பர் ஸ்ட்ரிப்ஸ், ஆனால் ரெட் கலரில் இருக்கும். ஓகே, இட் பி ரெட் இன் கலர் அண்ட் யூ கேன் யூஸ் இட் ஃபார் டெஸ்டிங் whether it's an acid or a base. See here, this is blue color or blue litmus. So this is a blue litmus and this is the red litmus. So என்ன பண்ணனா, you have to tear it and put it in the solution to see whether it is, to check whether it is an acid or a base. Okay, so already we have seen that an acid will change the blue litmus into red. இந்த ப்ளூ லிட்மஸ் தாள் எடுத்து நீ ஆசிட்குள்ளே போட்டிங்கன்னா என்ன நடக்கும், இந்த ப்ளூ வந்து ரெட்டாக மாறும். It will become red in color. Okay, to show that it is an acid. அது அமிலம் என்பதை காண்பிப்பதற்கு என்ன பண்ணோம், இந்த ப்ளூ கலர் வந்து தாள் வந்து லிட்மஸ் தாள் சிவப்பாக மாறும். இப்போ நம்ம we are studying about bases. So when you are studying about bases, what we should do is we should take a strip of red paper. இந்த ரெட் இருக்குது பார்த்தியா, இந்த ரெட்டு தாளை எடுத்து என்ன பண்ணோம், பேஸ்க்குள்ளே போட்டோம்னா என்ன ஆகும், டிப் பண்ணோன்னா இந்த கலர் வந்து ப்ளூ கலராக ஆகும். ஸோ ரெட் டு ப்ளூ ஷோஸ் இட்ஸ் அ பேஸ். ரெட் டு ரெட் கலர் டு ப்ளூ shows is a base. Okay, you understand, children? Okay, let's go on. So you have the third point, they turn red litmus blue. So bases will turn red litmus into blue. And then let's go on to the fourth point, their aqueous solutions conduct electricity. Our aqueous solutions என்ன பண்ணுமா, they will conduct electricity as we have already seen. ஏற்கனவே நம்ம பார்த்துட்டாச்சு. என்ன பார்த்துருக்கோம், aqueous solution of an acid or a base இதெல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணோம், கரண்ட்டை கண்டிப்பாக கண்டக்ட் பண்ணும். ஸோ ஹியர் த aqueous solution conduct electricity. எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டியை, மின்சாரத்தை என்ன பண்ணோம், கடத்தும். இந்த காரங்கள், நீரில் கரைக்கப்பட்ட அந்த காரங்கள், இந்த கரைச்சல்கள், காரக்கரைச்சல்கள் எதை கண்டக்ட் பண்ணும், எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டியை கடத்தும். கண்டக்ட்னா கடத்தும். ஓகே, தென் bases react with metals. Now comes the reactions. So bases react with metals to form salt with the liberation of hydrogen gas. Okay, now I'm going to make it a little bigger for you so you to understand. See here, bases, this point, I want you to see this point. What point, children? The point E. So see here, the bases react with metals. Bases enna panudha, it will react with metals. Enna form agudhu, to form salt with the liberation. Salt form ஆயிடும். You'll get the salt and also the liberation of hydrogen gas. That means what, hydrogen gas will be given out. Hydrogen வாயு கொடுக்கப்படும், வெளியேறும். Okay, so in the reaction பார்க்கலாம். So bases react with metals. So இங்க என்னது, Zn. What does Zn mean, children? Zn means zinc. Okay, it's a metal, ஒரு உலோகம். Zn stands for the metal zinc. and then you have NaOH. What is NaOH? It is nothing but sodium hydroxide. Sodium, Na stands for sodium and OH stands for hydroxide. So sodium hydroxide. Okay, sodium hydroxide. Now these two are combined, these two are reacting. So react பண்ணும்போது what you will get? See, you get a compound and this compound is called as sodium zincate. என்ன பேரு? What is the name of this compound, children? Sodium zincate. Sodium, I have written it on top so you can see it. Sodium zincate is nothing but a salt. It is a salt. Okay, so அது ஒரு உப்பு வகை. And then you have this hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas is being liberated. Can you see the upward arrow mark? That means gas is being liberated. Gas is liberated. Okay, so that's what the hydrogen gas will be liberated. If when a base react with metals, bases react with metals to form salt with the liberation of hydrogen gas. Okay, let's go on to the next point. And then what does the next point say here? Bases react with non-metallic oxides to produce salt and water. Okay, so என்ன நடக்குதுங்க here? What is it happening, children? Here bases, say bases, we are studying about bases, the properties of bases. நம்ம காரங்களை பற்றி தான் நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம், படித்து கொண்டிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? So basesனா காரங்கள். So இந்த காரங்கள் என்ன பண்ணா, they react with non-metallic oxides. Okay, non-metallic, opposite to metallic வந்து non-metallic. Okay, உலோகம் அல்லாதவைகள் தான் வந்து non-metallic சொல்வோம். Okay, அலோகங்கள். Okay, so non-metallic oxides. Non-metallic oxides என்ன, ஒரு non-metalோட ஒரு oxygen சேர்ந்துன்னா, non-metalோட oxygen சேர்ந்துன்னா, it is called as non-metallic oxide. When a non-metal and an oxygen combines, you get a compound called as non-metallic oxide generally. Okay, so when the bases react with non-metallic oxides, what will they produce, children? They produce salt and water. So what do you get, children? Salt and water. Okay, இப்போ நம்ம எங்கேயோ நம்ம படிச்சிருக்கோமே, we have read this equation somewhere. இந்த ரியாக்ஷன் எங்கேயோ பார்த்துருக்கோம். எங்கே கொஞ்சம் யோசிச்சு பார்க்குறீங்களா? So what is he given here? Since this, what is he saying here? Since this is similar. Similarனா இது போல உண்டா, இது நம்ம ஏற்கனவே படித்தது போலவே இருக்கே, என்ன அதே போல் ஒற்றுமையாக இருக்கே. சரி, என்ன ரியாக்ஷனோட ஒற்றுமையாக இருக்குது? Since this is similar to the reaction, அது போலவே இருக்கே. என்ன ரியாக்ஷன் எதை போலவே இருக்குது, எந்த வினை போல இருக்குது, எந்த வேதி வினை போலவே இது இருக்குன்னா, between a base and an acid. ஒரு பேஸ் நம்ம படிச்சிருக்கோம் இல்லையா, ஆல்ரெடி we have read, we have learnt in acids. Under the acid, the properties of acids we have seen, children. What have we seen? What we have seen, children, in the properties of acids, we have seen that when an acid, see, A stands for acid, okay? When an acid, A stands for acid. When an acid and a base, B stands for base. When an acid and a base reacts, you will get, the product will be, you will get a salt. S stands for salt. So S stands for salt, okay? And then what you will get? What is this? H2O. H2O. H2O is water. So when an acid and a base reacts, you will get salt and water. This is called as neutralization reaction. What is the name, children? சமன்படுத்துதல், அதாவது நியூட்ரலைசேஷன். ஆசிடோட எஃபெக்ட் வந்து பேஸ் வந்து என்ன பண்ணுது, நியூட்ரல் பண்ணிடுது, கேன்சல் பண்ணிடுது. ஸோ இட்ஸ் கால்ட் நியூட்ரலைசேஷன் ரியாக்ஷன். இது போலவே இருக்கு இல்லையா? ஸோ வாட் இஸ் இஸ் சேயிங்? bases react with non-metallic oxides to produce salt and water. So இங்கே போலவே, இந்த ரியாக்ஷன் போலவே என்ன பண்ணுது, it will produce salt and water. Same way salt and water is produced, இல்லையா? So therefore, what is he saying here? So what is the conclusion is given here? Since this is similar to the reaction between a base and an acid, we can conclude. What can we conclude? நம்ம எந்த முடிவுக்கு வரலாம்? What is the conclusion? We can conclude that non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. So இந்த non-metallic oxides ஓட react பண்ணி தானே salt and water கொடுக்குது. Yeah, non-metallic oxides and the bases combine to form salt and water. So இது அதுக்கு சிமிலராக இருக்குது. எதுக்கு சிமிலராக? இப்போ நான் எழுதினாலே I wrote acid plus base gives salt and water. So it is just like that. So what are they saying is we can conclude that non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. எப்படி ஒரு பேஸ் வந்து ஆசிடோட ரியாக்ட் பண்ணால் சால்ட் அண்ட் வாட்டர் வருதோ அதே போல் இங்கே பேஸ் see here one base is given calcium hydroxide. It is reacting with carbon dioxide. What is carbon dioxide? It is nothing but carbon is a non-metal. Carbon என்னது? Carbon is a non-metal and with oxygen it is called as non-metallic oxide. So when calcium hydroxide reacts with carbon dioxide, it will give calcium carbonate which is called as a salt. Calcium carbonate என்னது? It is a salt. The name of the salt is calcium carbonate. And then of course you know water. Okay, so here you are getting salt and water. So it resembles it. So what do you understand? See, we know that this is a base. Okay, so base, it gives salt. Inge salt vanduchu, inge water vanduchu. You have got salt and water. So if this is a base, then this is acting like an acid. Okay, so we can conclude, what do we conclude here? We can conclude that non-metallic oxides, non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. இது வந்து என்னது? Carbon dioxide is a non-metallic oxide. நான் highlight பண்றேன் பாத்தீங்களா? What is this? Carbon dioxide is a non-metallic oxide. So it acts as an acid. It is acidic in nature. அதோடைய நேச்சர் எப்படி இருக்கா? ஆசிட் போல இருக்கா. ஸோ acidic in nature. So அதான் என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, what are they saying here? So here what is he saying is, and base, this is a base, this is a acid like acid போல. So you get salt and water. So this is acidic in nature. Why we are saying like that, children? Only if a base and an acid reacts, only you get salt and water. Yeah, நான் மறுபடியும் repeat பண்றேன் for you to understand. So here since salt and water is formed, therefore we can take this as an acid, acidic in nature. It is acidic in nature. We cannot say it's an acid. அது acid சொல்ல முடியாது. ஆனா அதோட நேச்சர் வந்து அசிடிக்கா இருக்கு. Okay, அமிலத்தன்மை இருக்கு. Alright? Okay. I hope you understood, children. Okay, let's go on to the next one, G. Bases react with acids to form salt and water. இங்க என்ன போட்டிருக்காங்க? The bases react with acids to form salt and this is only neutralization reaction. We have already seen, இல்லையா? The bases react with acids to form salt and water. இப்படி நம்ம last time பார்த்தோமே, என்ன பார்த்தோம்? Acids react with acids வந்து பேஸோட react பண்ணி salt and water form ஆகும். இல்லையா? அதே போல இங்க here you have the bases react with acids to form salt and water. And the example given here, potassium hydroxide. What is potassium hydroxide? The formula is KOH. Potassium, K stands for potassium, OH stands for hydroxide. So potassium hydroxide plus HCl. What is HCl? Hydrochloric acid. See, I have typed it out on top, children. Potassium hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid. So potassium hydroxide is a base. Potassium hydroxide என்னது? It is a base. Hydrochloric acid is an acid. HCl is an acid. So both of them reacting to form salt. KCl is called as a salt. KCl. What is KCl, children? It is a salt. And of course, you know, water. So a salt, a base and an acid will give salt and water. So the above reaction between a base and an acid is known as neutralization. So in the reaction pair என்ன? Neutralization. Okay, next let's go on. On heating with ammonium salts, bases give ammonia gas. என்ன சொல்றாங்க இங்க? What are they saying, children? When you heat with ammonium salts, any base is a base. Okay, what is the name of the base given here? NaOH is sodium hydroxide. In the sodium hydroxide, the base, இது என்ன பண்ணுது? It reacts with ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride ன்றது என்னது? ஒரு salt. என்ன salt? Because it contains NH4. NH4 இருக்கு இல்லையா? NH4 எதை குறிக்குதுன்னா ammonium. Okay, so ammonium and chlorine, ammonium radical, chloride radical ரெண்டும் சேர்ந்து தான் என்னது? ammonium chloride சொல்றாங்க. Okay, so இங்க வந்து the name of the compound is ammonium chloride. It is an ammonium salt ன்னு சொல்லலாம். Okay, so ammonium salt. So இங்க என்ன நடக்குதுன்னா, on heating with ammonium salts போட்டு heat பண்ணினா base, it will give ammonia gas. So see, can you see this, children? NH3 is nothing but ammonia. NH3 stands for ammonia. See, I have given here ammonia. So in the ammonium salt என்ன நடக்குதுன்னா, ammonia gas is liberated. It gives ammonia gas. Okay, so what are the things you are getting here? You get sodium hydroxide plus NH4Cl. what is the product that you get, children? You get NaCl, okay, and then you get water, and then you get ammonia. NaCl is nothing but our salt, sodium chloride, okay, plus water, plus 3 product form out. 3 products are formed, okay. Alright, let's go on, children. Then here what is given here? Do you know? Few metals do not react with sodium hydroxide. சில metals என்ன பண்ணாதான் sodium hydroxide ஓட வினை புரியாது. It will not react with sodium hydroxide. What are the metals? What are the name of the metals, children? You have copper, silver, and chromium. Okay, copper, silver, chromium. What is this Ag? Cu stands for cuprum. It's all Latin name, children. Cu na Latin la வந்து cuprum. So the symbol will be the first letter and the second letter. So therefore Cu. Ag, argentum. Okay, so Ag. Then you have chromium, Cr. This is not a Latin name. Of course, it is an English name. Chromium is not a Latin name. It's not derived. The symbol is not derived from Latin name. It's an English name, chromium. Okay, you have the first letter and then you have the third letter. Okay. So these 3 metals will not react with sodium hydroxide. That's what is given. Then you have an activity. You can do this activity, children. Take solutions. I'll quickly go through this activity. What is it given here? Take solutions of hydrochloric acid take solutions of hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid. Hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid. ரெண்டு சேர்த்து எடுக்கக்கூடாது. Okay. Okay. So you take hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid. Okay. The two. See, what should you do? See this thing, this box, children. See this experiment. Fix 2 nails. என்ன பண்ணோம்? 2 nails வந்து என்ன பண்ணிருக்காங்க? See, can you see this nails, children? Here one nail, here another nail. Okay, 2 nails are fixed on a cork. Okay, so cork போல இந்த பாட்டில்ஸ் எல்லாம் மூடி வரும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, மூடி இருக்கும் பார்த்தியா, ஓப்பன், அதாவது தக்கைன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, தமிழில் வந்து தக்கை சொல்லுவாங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ அதில் 2 என்ன பண்ணலாம், 2 nails சொருகணும். So fix 2 nails on a cork and place. See the cork. What is this, children? So you can see it. You can see. I'll make it a little bigger for you. See, where is the cork, children? Cork is given here. See, the cork is given here. This is the cork. And then you have the nails. Can you see the nails? And then you are taking, what are you taking, children? You have to take dilute hydrochloric acid solution. You take it in a beaker. This is called as a beaker. See, this is a beaker. The vessel is called as beaker. Okay, அது கொள்கலனுக்கு பீக்கர் சொல்லுவாங்க இங்கிலீஷில், சரியா? So this beaker, you have to take dilute hydrochloric acid and then you have to fix all, this is the fixing setup and all, இதை பண்ணிட்டு hydrochloric acid you have to pour. Okay, and then connect it. You should connect it to what? You should connect it to a 6-volt battery. What volt battery, children? 6-volt உள்ள battery என்ன பண்ணணும்? You have to connect it to this circuit. So, இங்கே connect பண்ணிருப்ப 6-volt battery. And then of course you have the bulb and you can have the switch. Okay, இப்போ this is a circuit. இல்லையா? You have the source here. Current will flow from here. You have the negative terminal and the positive terminal and the negative terminal. Okay, this acts as a cell or a battery here. Okay, what is a battery? A battery is a combination of cells. Okay, so here this is the source. இங்கே இந்த current flow ஆகும். Charge particles flow ஆகும். Okay, and then you have a closed circuit. Circuit mode இருக்கு பார்த்தீங்களா? Alright. ஆனால் there is a gap. என்ன இருக்கு? There is a gap. எங்கே இருக்கு gap? What is the gap, children? Where is the gap? How will I show it to you? See, can you see this part of it? Here, this part. இங்கே gap இருக்கா? கனெக்ஷன் இல்லாமல் இருக்குல்ல இங்கே? என்ன gap இங்கே? அப்போ எப்படி current flow ஆகும்? What is the gap there? How can the current flow? Current வந்து எங்கே வருது? Let's see, understand? I'll just show it to you. See here, the current is, I'll show from here. Suppose இங்கேருந்து flow ஆகுதுச்சுக்கோ. Current is flowing from here, it is going here, and then it is coming here. Okay? Or let me show it like this. Okay. See, the current is flowing here. It is coming like this. Okay? Then it is coming here. Alright? And then it is coming here. But what happens here, children? Here இங்க ஒரு break இல்லையா? It is not connected. So அதுக்கு தான் what you should do? You should add some acid. இங்கே என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம்? We are using hydrochloric acid. Okay, so using hydrochloric acid, or you can have a base, anything you can. So repeat the activity with dilute sulfuric acid. Now what will happen? Now when you add hydrochloric acid, in this beaker, the bulb will start glowing. This shows the circuit complete ஆயிடுச்சுன்னு அர்த்தம். இந்த கேப் வந்து என்னது, இங்கே இருக்க ஒரு கேப் இருக்குது பார்த்தியா, இந்த கேப் வந்து க்ளோஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு. The gap is closed. How? Because you have added acid. The acid என்ன பண்ணும், இங்கே இருக்க acid வந்து, this acid will start conducting electricity. என்ன, you know that HCl எப்படி split ஆகும்? How will HCl split up, children? HCl will split up into, எப்படி HCl split ஆகும்? Ions form ஆகும்ல, it will form H plus ions. Okay, and then of course you will get Cl minus ions also. So இதெல்லாம் charge particles. இப்போ இந்த charge particles என்ன பண்ணும், ஒரே இடத்துல இருக்காது, மூவ் ஆகும். So movement of charge particles is only current. Okay, so movement. So therefore that's what is given here in this. Now pour some and a bulb will glow and a switch as shown. Okay, now pour some dilute hydrochloric acid in the beaker and switch. That's what is given. Repeat the activity with, இப்போ எப்படிலாம் repeat பண்ணோம், we can repeat it with sulfuric acid, dilute sulfuric acid, and then you can have glucose also you can add, or alcohol solutions. What do you observe? இப்போ இந்த 4 எக்ஸாம்பிள் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, HCl, sulfuric acid, glucose, alcohol. என்னென்ன சொல்யூஷனாக நீ ஊற்றும் போது கரண்ட் பாஸ் ஆகுது. Okay, you know that when you add hydrochloric acid, current is passing. Okay, you see the bulb is glowing. Same way dilute the sulfuric acid also, because acids also will ionize to give H plus ions. Okay, but what happens to glucose and alcohol? In the above activity, see what is given here, in the above activity, you can observe that the bulb will start glowing only in the case of acids. Acids la mattum enna pannum, in the bulb will glow. The glucose, alcohol solution la, it will not burn. Okay, so you can repeat the same activity. Using alkalis such as sodium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide. So alkalis also you can take so the same experiment you can repeat with sodium hydroxide. You know sodium hydroxide is an alkali, a base. Okay, and calcium hydroxide. Okay, and then you will see the bulb will glow, because these bases also give out ions. What ions do they give, children? They give hydroxide ions. So therefore current will flow. Okay, I hope I made you understand this. Children, even if it is little repetition, I hope you understood it. And then you can make your own lemon cell battery. See, construct a lemon cell as shown in picture. Then you can have, of course you can do it. You can take some lemons. Here it is given about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lemons are taken, children. You have the copper coated coin at the sorugala ulla, zinc coated screw. These are the 2 terminals, positive negative mari vechikalam. Okay, and then you connect all of them with the help of copper wire. And also you can connect a LED bulb. What happens, all connections are complete panna pare, the circuit is full, and therefore what will complete on a current, the bulb will start glowing. Small amount of current will be produced. LED bulb connect pannom. Okay, so you can construct your own lemon cell as shown in the picture. Okay, then let's go on to uses of bases. Quickly we'll go on to what are the uses of bases. The first use you have, the sodium hydroxide is used in the manufacture of soap. Sodium hydroxide is used in the manufacture of soap. Okay, let me make it a little, So sodium hydroxide is used in the manufacture of soap, it's understood. And then calcium hydroxide is used in whitewashing of building. Okay, whitewashing. You see, நம்ம சுண்ணாம்பு சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, calcium oxide, அந்த வாட்டரில் போட்டோன்னா it will become calcium hydroxide. It can be used in whitewashing. And then magnesium hydroxide is used as a medicine for stomach disorder, stomach problem, ajirna, kolaru, acidity. For all this you can use magnesium hydroxide, which is a base. And then ammonium hydroxide is used to remove grease stains from clothes. Clothesல இருக்கக்கூடிய greaseனா என்ன, கடினமான கரைகள். ஓகே, எண்ணெய் பசை போன்ற காரியங்கள் ஒட்டி கொண்டு இருக்கும்போது அந்த கிளாத்லேருந்து you can remove with the help of ammonium hydroxide. Okay, children? Then you have the test for acids and bases. Quickly we'll go through this. What are the tests for acids and bases? See, test with a litmus paper. Litmus paper சொல்லியிருக்கேன் இல்லையா? An acid turns An acid turns blue litmus paper into red. A base turns red litmus paper into blue. Okay, the test with the litmus paper. Then test with an indicator. What is the indicator? Another indicator, it is called phenolphthalein. Check out the spelling, children, learn the correct spelling. Phenolphthalein. Okay, so in acid medium, in the phenolphthalein acid medium, it will be colorless. Phenolphthalein, a few drops of acid la when you pour a little bit of phenolphthalein that it will be colorless. But in basic medium, a base when you add few drops in a base, then this phenolphthalein will become pink in color. This indicates whether it's an acid or a base. Okay, so two tests we have seen. The next one, see, here there is a picture given here, children. Can you see? Figure 14.3. What does figure 14.3 say here? Test for acid and base using litmus paper. See here, the blue litmus will turn, the blue litmus paper. Okay, so in the acid it will become red in color. When you put it in acid, it will become red in color to show that this is an acid. Okay, and then here you have the red litmus paper. The red litmus full of red, but when you put it in a basic solution, then it will become blue in color. Do you understand, children? Okay. Then test with indicator methyl orange. Test with methyl orange in acid medium. Okay. In acid medium, methyl orange is pink in color. In basic medium, methyl orange is yellow in color. So, phenolphthalein on the acid la colorless. Phenolphthalein. We are talking about phenolphthalein. Acid la colorless, base la pink color. Methyl orange is another indicator, children. And it will be, see, pink in color. In basic medium, methyl orange is in basic medium. In acid medium, methyl orange is pink in color. Acid la utina, and you will get a pink color. But in basic medium, methyl orange is yellow in color. Okay, do you understand? Alright, then you have the consolidation. That's what we have seen now, that they have given it here. Indicator, acid, base indicator. Litmus, blue to red. Color, this of course you have to learn it, children. So litmus, blue will become red in a acid medium. And it will be acid, red to blue. Litmus paper will change blue to red in an acid medium. In a basic medium, from red to blue. Clearly given. And then you have phenolphthalein. Colorless, phenolphthalein is colorless in acid medium and pink in basic medium. Okay. And then you have methyl orange. It is pink in acid medium and then it is yellowish in basic medium. Okay. Hope you understood. If you have any doubts, children, and why don't you fill it up, children? This column is given you activity 3. Collect the following samples, and if you can get, okay, and you can do it, or even you have got some knowledge. இப்போ நீங்கள் நான் சொல்லி கொடுத்ததுல உங்களுக்கு சில நிறைய காரியங்கள் நீங்கள் கற்றுக்கொண்டிருப்பீங்க இல்லையா, இதை வைத்து கூட நீங்கள் இதை இந்த டேப்லர் காலமை ஃபில் பண்ணலாம். Okay. I hope you understood the lesson, children, till here. And then you have the acidic or basic solution pH scale. We'll see that in detail in the next video. Okay, children. Hope you understood everything clearly. Thank you, children.